Hello everyone, I am Bhuvan Verma here again with an exciting session of STEM Talk with Leaders. Education broadens the child's horizon, helps them understand more about the world and about themselves. The aim of STEM education is not just acquiring knowledge, but by learning, by action and practice. And it is in this light that we build Robo Siksha Kendra across India with the help of CSR partners. Social audit of CSR shows education is the leading area of impact. Through these institutions and talks, we support and encourage students to progressively discover new ideas and experiences. Today, we have someone very special for you, someone from the field of new age technology, Mr. Sanjay Gupta, Vice President and India Managing Director at NXP Semiconductors. Hello, Sanjay, how are you?
Hello, I'm very good. Thank you for having me on this great show.
Excellent, excellent, Sanjay. So diving straight into our questions, my students are very curious to know, what are you tinkering with these days?
Great. So welcome to all your students. It's great to be here. And to answer your question, our technology world we consider is just like a treadmill. We are running on this treadmill every single day. And that's the only way we can continue to learn, continue to evolve, and continue to be relevant in this time when everything changes, every few days to our next new gadget and next new technology wave. We are tinkering with a lot of things. To mention, probably one of the exciting things I personally like is trying to design driverless cars. The cars which will have the eyes like humans, which will have the ability to sense like humans, which can take decisions like humans to turn left or right or to stop, and which have the ability to save lives. So this is the most exciting stuff that we are tinkering with right now. And I'm very happy to do that. Thank you.
Wow, excellent. So driverless cars, you are going to have a piece in that creation. Wow, I am so excited. So besides this, Sanjay, can you also tell our students why are industry leaders so interested in STEM and STEAM education?
Absolutely. STEM education, I believe, is the link between today and tomorrow. STEM education is the journey from making our lives relevant to the changing times. I will give you one simple example. Many years back, when I was a small child, I was told that all the banks in which I had experience to have, with my father, long queues to get the passbook signed when my father was standing in this queue for, many, I won't say multiple hours, but yeah, at least, around 1 hour each time I used to go with him. I was told all that is going to be done in 1 minute. And I said, how it is possible? What has changed? And I got to know there is something, equivalent of STEM in many ways that has come into the banking system. And everything is on a click button. You can know what is your account in a bank. So very simplistically, that one system changed the way, we all operate today. We can book a car and pay for it. We can order a gadget online on different social media platforms, and we can get it delivered at home, all because of STEM. STEM is going to change our life for good.
Absolutely. Science, technology, engineering, maths, they are all helpful ingredients of digitizing, the world that changed, the banking sector that changed, and then the cascading effect into rest of the sectors. It beautifully captured, very well said. Thank you for sharing that anecdote, because a lot of our students haven't seen that, are not aware of the background. So thank you very much for sharing that anecdote with our students. Okay, so Sanjay, moving on to my next question. As an industry leader, please help our students understand how is CSR or corporate social responsibility helping accelerate STEM education and system strengthening under the national education policy purview?
Sure. So see, CSR is something which each one of the industries which are operating in the country beyond a certain scale, they are supposed to have legally to contribute for the welfare of society, to contribute for all the good noble cause which otherwise are optional. So I, as a responsible corporate citizen, feels that it is the right duty for every industry operating in the country to not just grow themselves, but grow the entire society and get everyone along in this journey that we all are moving towards prosperity and growth for India. And by having a focused CSR funding for STEM, I believe we are going to do a big contributions to India's youth. As we know, India is the youngest country in the world with more than 50% people below 35 years of age. If we do not do that, who will do it? It is our responsibility as well as, I think, an honor to help in the nation building. And that's why, we have full committed programs in our organization. And I know my peer companies also, they're very happy. We have employee groups of volunteers who are helping not just by money, but by also their weekend hours in helping into this different initiatives under CSR.
Thank you so much, Sanjay. Thank you so much for shedding light on the initiatives you are supporting and your peers who are also taking this movement as an all of society effort. Okay, so in all of this effort that you're putting in, the weekends and other activities you are undertaking in schools, I'm sure you are inculcating a lot of hands-on training for our school children. So can you shed some light on how important is hands-on training for school children at STEM labs?
Absolutely. I believe that, gone are the days where we can say only bookish knowledge will make us successful. Today's world is all about real products. Today's world is all about, for your students, why they get fascinated after seeing a latest mobile phone or a latest tablet or a latest smartwatch, which can calculate your biorhythms and number of calories you are burning. All this is possible if you convert that theoretical knowledge into practical aspect and prove it. And that's the way we can generate entrepreneurs and the next generation CEOs from India to be the world leader in technology. We want to have the companies like Google and Facebook and Twitters, born in India and make us feel proud. And that's where it's very important for our youth to learn how to not just be the best in theoretical aspect, but also convert them into practical products and prototypes. That will be the real success.
Wow. So, Sanjay, you spoke about next gen CEOs. Can you tell our students how does STEM education help students learn aspects of entrepreneurship?
Absolutely. So the moment we talk about STEM, right, the first thing comes is technology, mathematics, science, engineering. All these things are associated with something which is real, something which you can feel. If today I am told that we need a drone for delivering pizzas at home, a drone for surveillance of the national defense systems, a drone for watching out on the unsocial elements, let's say in a busy places, that is the real product. Imagine a student has the aspiration to make the best drone which can do all that using science, mathematics, and engineering knowledge. And then ability to have this product to create a demand in the market. Automatically, we will be in the path of entrepreneurship and new CEOs will be born for next generation. That is what the future lies for India.
Wow, thank you for sharing this vision with our students. I am sure a lot of them are already tinkering about these areas of interest and want to explore how they can build a career in these streams. However, our students also sometimes fall victim to some myths and misconceptions about STEM education. I'm sure you've also come across some of these. Can you please share your experience of misconceptions and myths on STEM that you've come across in the past?
Sure. So I would say that the biggest myth about STEM, because the name sounds very heavy, science, engineering, mathematics, that it is only very few exceptionals can do, it is beyond our reach. So the first message I would like to give is everyone can do it. It is not anything difficult for anyone. If I can do it, you can do it. All we need is a passion. All we need is a dream. And rest everything is going to be, as easy as butter. That is my promise to you all. That is the biggest myth.
Wow, wow, Sanjay, so very well put that STEM is not the monopoly of the namesake subjects or those who follow the namesake subjects, but it is a way of thinking that students from languages, humanities, commerce can also utilize to become the zerodhas and land mappers and satellite makers of tomorrow, because they can amalgamate their ideas. Beautifully said. Thank you. And also putting up a challenge for my students to think more on this. Please tell. Yes.
I'd like to add one more myth, which is very important. The biggest barrier is actually here in our brains, not anywhere else. The barrier that people think only those who know hardcore English, they can be the winners, and who are actually in the metros. People from the remotest part of the country, those who have the right attitude to learn and the right attitude to do the hard work to go after their dreams, they are going to be the winners for tomorrow, not the people who can just speak good English. That is the second biggest theme, biggest
Beautiful. So very well put. So all students, this is a clear message to all of you. Dream big and work smart. And straight from Sanjay, who has had such a long and illustrious experience, in the industry. Okay, so since we are talking about a lot of myths and misconceptions, and you said mind is the only barrier we need to overcome. You are in a way saying that self-learning is a very appropriate tool to advance yourself in knowledges. So, our students want to know from Sanjay that what is that one subject, topic, activity that Sanjay has done through self-learning?
So, in my times, the self-learning, honestly, was a bit infrastructure dependent, because I remember when I was a small child, I want to read about anything. There was a public library to which we had to physically go, search for the book, and get it issued. I want to tell everyone that in today's time, all those barriers are broken. We have YouTube as one of the best sources of knowledge, which I'm leveraging today. And every time I'm stuck on something, it takes a minute to search that topic, and you get so much of knowledge about that topic. So knowledge is no more limited, or no more a barrier. It is an ability to grasp. That is number one thing. Number two thing, what I learned on my own, there are several things, both in the science domain as well as in a non-science domain also. And I want to share that some of my nice non-science domain things were actually very helpful to me, because I learned some of the books which taught about breaking the barrier, which talk about my favorite book, Good to Great, how you move from being just good to actually the best. And these books actually taught me a lot about human psychology, and to never disbelieve in yourself, even if it means impossible target. As far as the technical knowledge is concerned, I would say I learned variety of things. One of the best things I would say is I wanted to break this, lot of manual work that was done on a paper and pen, using long spreadsheets and manual collection of data. And I had a fascination: can we get the data accumulated to get the trends, and can I have a tool tell me what is a trend? And long back, before we started talking about artificial intelligence and data analytics, the thing that I learned is how I can get huge amount of data and try to put the data so that I can get a pattern out of it. And that led me to take the right decisions about what should be the next move to do the improvements. So I would say data analysis is my hobby, and that is something that I learned using social media channels.
Wow. I hope all students queued into this video are taking notes, because that was a very comprehensive response, that ranged from skills to analysis and, all the things that you've learned. And of course, this video is going to go on YouTube. So all those surfing YouTube and watching us there, please put up a thumbs up for Sanjay for sharing his experiences and helping us learn better. Okay, Sanjay, on to my next question. And our students are interested in knowing, what is that one STEM skill that you will learn for the first city on Mars?
Oh, that is a good one. And Mars, as I always say, our neighboring planet. We have one of the, I would say, world records in this Mangalyaan, where we were got into this global acclaim that we can send our satellite there at the cost which is lesser than the cost of an auto rickshaw, right? So all this thing was done indigenously by countryman, and it was really proud moment for us. Now, what I will try to learn and do if I go there, I would say a lot of things. Sky's the limit on this neighboring planet, but taking artificial intelligence driven robots and trying to let them do a lot of work for me so that I can enjoy, to discover new things on Mars. That will be my dream. And I know it is very much possible because today, using artificial intelligence and machine learning, you can actually create a robot which is as smarter as you, or maybe more smarter. And I think that will be something fascinating for all of us to dream about and actually convert that into reality.
Yes, a challenge to all my students there. Sanjay has opened up the field of opportunities on Mars right here on STEM Talk with Leaders. Thank you for sharing that, Sanjay. Okay, to our next question then. Our students are eager to know from you, since you have such a vast experience of industry, what will be some of the challenges that our students will have to solve in the future on Earth?
So there are a lot of challenges, like life is always, a rainbow. There's never one shade that keeps us. So while there are great opportunities, there will be challenges, and that will be the beauty to succeed in spite of all the challenges. So the challenge that STEM field has, is, as I said in the beginning, we are on a treadmill. A lot of times we think that we have learned something, and the glass is already full as far as our knowledge goes. But in no time you realize that you need to unlearn whatever you have learned, and you need to fill your glass with new knowledge. In this new age, everything changes. STEM is one of the fastest evolving thing, and within my lifespan in 2.5 decades in this industry, I have seen the technology trends have changed at least 3 to 4 times. And there's no hesitation in relearning, because that's the only way to remain relevant in this new age. Today, we know that our senior citizens, our parents and grandparents are learning how to use a mobile phone. If they can do that at that age, we as youngsters and you as, our future of India absolutely have to learn this skill. So this is the biggest challenge, I would say. The second challenge, I would say, is ability to collaborate. This field is so complex that no one person or no one company can do that, or rather, I would say no one country can do that. So collaboration is the name of the game. By working together, working on our strengths, complementing each other, and trying to find the common vision, a common goal, a shared goal. And everyone will have their, part of the pie, because pie is too big. If we are able to do these two things, we will never feel we are lagging behind others. We will always keep marching forward in this direction, which is the ever exciting field for knowledge and keeping you young at heart. So most importantly, heart and mind. So it is a fascinating way to rejuvenate yourself every single day.
So well put, Sanjay, because like you said, education or knowledge is the game in which we learn the unknown, and to collaborate, to learn better cognitively is so important to a student's life. Thank you for shedding light on that and sharing your personal experience on that. Okay, moving now to my next question. How does STEM education at school help in social integration?
Absolutely. Very good question. I would say, see, school is the first formative years, the foundational stone for anyone's career. And the kind of skills that we learn at school, most often, they get ingredient into our brain, because each human's brain is wired in a certain way. And psychology and science tells that the wiring that happens in the formative years remains for the rest of our life. So if early in our education at school level, if we are taught about STEM, if we are knowing the rules of the game, the collaboration and teamwork importance, the ability to continue to learn and unlearn, the ability to explore things which are hidden, which are not difficult but just hidden. All these attributes, both technical, social, as well as collaborative behaviors, if we learn at the school level, we will be linking with different stratas of society, because school is one place where there is no barrier. And I honestly, in my school days, I never even remember that my what is even the the caste or a religion of my classmate. We all are friends, we all are the young humans. It is only later part of life you start getting recognition about somebody's social background, financial background. So schools are the best form of societal linkages and very strong social foundations. And if we are able to do the STEM at that level, we will not be a failure or unsuccessful in our life, because the life lessons will be learned right at the beginning.
Absolutely, Sanjay, you put it so beautifully. So students, STEM way of thinking requires collaboration, and school is the best way to come and collaborate together, because our minds are open and we are not fixed with ideas, ideologies, or identities. Thank you for sharing your vision, Sanjay, with our students and helping them open their mind to the possibilities of collaborating without distinction.
Yes.
Okay.
And one more
Since
thing,
you,
one
yes,
more thing I will add to that. As we go into the industry, as we go into working for big companies, I'm working in a company which has offices in 32 countries. Every single day, I am exchanging either a phone call or an email or a video call with a person sitting in Austria to Netherlands. So it could be Israel, it could be China, Germany, you name it. If I'm aware of ability to work with different kind of people, different cultures right at the beginning, imagine I am actually laying a very strong foundation for my future career. That is the reason school is so important, for putting the right ingredients, in our culture, in our values.
wow, wow. So Sanjay, you said a very important word here, foundation, and that moves me to my next and most important question. What is that one STEM intervention that you want for your hometown, which was the foundation of where you started your human journey on Earth? So if you can please share your aspirations or your wish with us, maybe one of our students will fulfill that.
Absolutely. So my aspiration would be, and to some extent, I would say the modern India, the current India, is already on the path for thinking very progressively. Thanks to our honorable prime ministers, we have Atal tinkering labs, which are now part of our education system, which are actually trying to achieve that. But to answer your question straight, I would love to have uh, not just getting the 99.9 percentile people as the people who are getting admission into premium engineering colleges. We should have people with the best prototype that is developed for a solution, for a product which solves the current problems. The problem could be a small little problem in my house, just to lift the water from the tank, or it could be how I can have automatic mosquito repellent system using electronics and engineering knowledge. It could be in any dimension. It could be how I take care of, say, COVID protection by having the contact lens way of dealing with the deliveries, or dealing in a public place. Or it could be electronic mask which can give me pure air. Sky is the limit for ideas. The point is, each of our students should graduate their 12th class at least with one prototype that they have designed, along with engineering, science, mathematics, and electronics, if you can put into that framework. I think that will set the way, for great successful entrepreneurs and CEOs from India. I have absolutely no doubt about talent of this country, the values that Indians have of hard work, of perseverance. If we just give the right direction and slight nudges, and you are doing a beautiful job in exciting and motivating people from our country in that direction, I think nobody can stop us from being the technological superpower in times to come.
Yahoo! So we thank Sanjay for supporting Tinkering Labs and for supporting the idea of tinkering through STEM way of thinking and sharing very powerful ideas to help our students appreciate the power of learning. Your experiences and knowledge have definitely opened new ideas and challenges for our student viewers. The ideas pursued in STEM labs during the current generation will become actions and learning curve for the next. STEM education today is helping provide tools to our students to build their future and break down barriers. STEM talks with leaders are a part of the foundation which accelerates the growth of individuals and societies. And as Sanjay said, that all students believe that there are things which are possible because anything can be learned by doing. So we thank our viewers for sharing this video with parents and peers. And until next time, namaste.